Hey guys, welcome to Mike Shadow. I paid for it. This is a game. It's basically what it comes down to is it's an upgrade game, which is a kind of game that I really have enjoyed throughout my life. Games like Learn to Fly, which I did play Learn to Fly 2 on the channel. Games like that, games like Mike Shadow. These are games that I'm rather fond of, and this one's awesome because it also has um, cool stick fight animations, and that's another thing that I'm sure like a lot of people um, are into. I know that I like stick fight animations. One of my favorite stick fight things was you used to get these people, um, and you've had people of a variety of talent. Some of them would do flash animations, and some of them would do like pivot stick figure animator, which is a program that quite recently got a new version actually, with a lot more tools in it, which I thought was pretty cool. Pivot, stick fight animations, flash stick fight animations. People would make these like tournaments of basically their OCs who were also stick figure characters. And I mean, I used to be obsessed with these things. I would watch them on YouTube all the time. And I distinctly remember in primary school, so we're talking like 9 years old, 10 years old, around that kind of age. I distinctly remember making my own like stick figure animations in the Pivot animator because we had it on the school computers in my primary school. And a very formative memory for me is watching all of these cool, stick fight animations and trying to, recreate that, trying to apply my own artistic flair. And listen, I'm not a very artistic person, but it was fun, and it was an outlet, I guess, for creativity. And I remember I had this one stick fight animation, and you know, I was never capable of animating anything. We're talking about a 9-year-old with no artistic talents at all. Um, but I remember distinctly having this stick fight animation on this school laptop that was like over 3,500 frames long. I don't think I ever got to the 4,000 mark, but it was a long animation because I'm pretty sure I animated it at like 15 FPS or something. Like the bare minimum to even to even recognize it as motion. Um, so there was a lot of heart and a lot of effort that went into these animations that I did, and they were utter crap. But there is a part of me, a big part of me actually, that wishes I had kept those animations. I wish I had the foresight when I was 10 years old to say, actually, these need to go in an archive somewhere, because there's something really, really funny about um, the early attempts at creativity that children have, but more importantly, the early attempts at creativity that you as an individual have, because of course it's way more interesting looking at your own old stuff than it is looking at some random person's old um stick fight animations. But I guess the reason I'm playing this game mainly is actually just because I wasn't able to play it for so long. Like, before Flashpoint was a thing and before Flash went offline, it was ironically harder to play this game because for some reason all the websites that hosted it just didn't work. You couldn't get past the start screen for some reason, and I don't know if I was doing something wrong, if I was looking at the wrong websites, but I remember for a long time I'd be like, oh, that game with the stick fights, that was really cool, and it's just, oh, can't play it, that game's gone now. And I mean, is it even really much of a game? I'm just pressing buttons and watching cool animations, but the animations do get really cool. The animations do get really cool as you go on. They get really cool. So I think we just need to keep basically beating this vending machine up, trying to get more money. There is an interesting part to this game, which is the patience system. Like, these kick. If I look here, this punch is way stronger. It does 140 damage. This one does 30, but also it uses 30 patience, which is like 30% of my entire bar. So there is an interesting thing where it's like, okay, maybe it's better to have these weak kicks and punches, because then I get to press more buttons and probably get a better chance at getting money. But as far as I know, there's no goal to this game beyond that. It's just, you know, you keep punching and kicking this vending machine forever, and there's nothing after that. Right? There's no, you're never gonna get it. You're never gonna get I think the plot of this is basically that you paid for a drink and the drink didn't dispense. I don't think there's any way to actually get it to dispense. I think it's just, it's over. I had an interaction with a vending machine last year. I've never had a vending machine... Have I ever had a vending machine not dispense money? I don't think I have. Every vending machine I've ever used... Not money, obviously. Every vending machine I've ever used has dispensed what I paid for. But... some of them have dispensed more as well. And one of these... interactions I had with a vending machine was last year. I think I put in like £1 to a vending machine, and I don't carry cash often, so like it's a rare opportunity to even use a vending machine. Increasingly these days there are you know, contactless vending machines, and it doesn't really feel the same as putting cash into a vending machine. I'm a lot less likely to use a contactless vending machine, and the reason for that is twofold. First of all, there's more of a barrier than just like putting money in the machine. Second of all, it doesn't feel as good as putting the money in the machine. And actually, third of all, cash money kind of feels like money I've already spent. If I've got £2 in cash, that's basically free money to spend. And I increasingly hear this perspective from other people my age. And it probably is quite concerning to hear that as somebody, you know, if you have any amount of like financial knowledge or skill in saving money, it probably is a bit concerning to hear that people consider cash money to be money that is already spent, because it's not. Like, I mean, you can put cash onto an account from like every perspective. Actually, that is just not true. But you know, that is a reason. But anyway, I put like £1 into this vending machine, and I wanted some Revels. You know, they're like chocolate. Like, here's the thing: Americans are gonna watch this, and I need to explain this for the Americans in the audience. So you know, Revels, they're like these chocolates, but they're random, and some of the chocolates are good, and some of them are less good. But they're all chocolate. You have like raisin chocolate covered raisin. You have like Maltesers are in there. You've got like, what else? The coffee one. It's like chocolate, but the middle is coffee or something. There's like a toffee one. which is less pleasant. Um, because, you know, I don't want to eat a chocolate where, like, the inside of the chocolate is hard and you gotta chew on it. I don't want chewy chocolate. That's not appealing at all. But I guess for some people it's probably appealing because people buy them, right? And anyway, I put in to this vending machine £1 and I got out a bag of Rebels. But what happened was I jackpotted the machine. You know when you play on the like fruit machines or something, or like the 2-penny machines, not the 2-penny machines. Those ones don't count. But like you play on like the fruit machines and stuff, at like a casino, and legally they have to pay out like a minimum of 70% roughly. But most of the time they'll pay out more than that, or they'll pay out, you know, around that amount. So, you know, 70%. So here's the thing. I don't think that legally vending machines have to pay out 70% of what they put in. I think that doesn't, you know, vending machines, you're paying for a good. It's not the same as a fruit machine. But you can jackpot them in the same way you can jackpot a fruit machine. Because I successfully did it this time. And what came out was like 3 bags of Revels. But on the way down, the Revels knocked some other sweets and stuff. So not only did I get 3 times the Revels I paid for, I also got stuff that I didn't even want. Sweets that I didn't even want. Like, I swear to God, I put in £1, I probably got like £4.30 worth of goods here. And it did feel amazing. And it did make me think, damn, I've got to use this vending machine more. Like, it would be irresponsible not to use this vending machine. Because the chance of profit is clearly there. The chance of profit exists. And also, if you don't profit, you just get chocolate. Which is, like, the best thing ever. So, you know, that's one way to look at it. But then I realized quite recently that this vending machine's no longer there. It's not there, and for a long time after that, you know, before it mysteriously disappeared, but after I jackpotted it, it just was not in service. And I think what's happened, the conclusion that I've come to at least, is that they don't want more people to learn that you can jackpot the machine. You know, it was our little secret and I kind of broke that by accident, so I'm sorry. But I saw this thing because I was looking up, like, okay, what are the laws around, like, fruit machines, right? Like, how much do they pay out? And I was just out of curiosity. Please do not gamble. It's just, like, horrible and you shouldn't do it. But I was looking at, like, how much do they have to pay out? It's like, okay, 70%, but most of them pay out a bit more than that. As it turns out, there are these people online who think that they can basically win the fruit machines. Like, it's a numbers game, and if you see that it hasn't paid out in a while, then you know that you should be playing it soon, because it will pay out in the future. I don't believe that that's how they work. But it was interesting reading through all of these anecdotes where they're like, oh yeah, I saw this guy, he was making no money off the machine. As soon as I touched it, hundreds came pouring out. I'm like, okay, that probably did happen. But like, the chance that you make money in the short term is actually quite high. They're just hoping that you keep trying to make that money, right? So it doesn't seem very sensible to me, personally, but, you know, I don't know what the point of this was. I was talking about the vending machine, right, which is not gambling. Although you can definitely turn it into gambling, because, I mean, if you think that you're gonna, you know, cash out and jackpot on the machine, then that's kind of gambling. It reminds me of gacha. I got really into... Did I say the story about Battle Cats? I'm gonna tell you the story about Battle Cats another time. I don't know if I'll make a Battle Cats video, but I feel like it would be it would be wrong for me to tell that story today, because it's a fun one. And I almost got the okay. I'm gonna try and get the wizard one because that takes 10 stress. So all we need to do is not use the scythe, and we should be able to get the wizard one, and we'll see what that does. Oh, perfect. We're at almost at 10 strength, stress, not strength. Okay, we're at 10 now. We can use the wizard guy. Let's see what that does. Hell yeah! We hit the thing with magic. Anyway, that was Mike Shadow. This game is super slow. I didn't realize just how long it takes to, like, you know, make money here. I remember, like, getting every upgrade and stuff. Like, I must have wasted so much time as a kid, just like getting those upgrades. Because look at how many there are. I mean, I can get lightning. That sounds pretty cool. Can we get lightning? See what that does. But yeah, I mean, it just takes forever, right? Whoa! But that's actually an awesome ability because it got me up to like 10 stress really quick. So there are strategies here. I always wondered if there's a way to do like a loop of just a few abilities. But the trouble is the patience mechanic kind of makes it so that you'll never be able to loop forever. I don't think you can regain, I don't know, maybe there is. Oh, you can gain patience, it seems like. But it seems hard. Or do these use patience? I can't really tell. Either way, yeah, either way, I'm not gonna sit here and mash buttons until I unlock the cool abilities. So that was Mike Shadow. A pretty cool game if you've got like 6 hours.